In this video, we will be creating an item frame with an item inside, very similar to creating a chest. So, start the easy way. Let's put down a couple of blocks, and we're going to put an item frame here. So I want the coordinates of this space. So the item frame is here, so I want this space here. So let's put a block there, and let's do fill, tab, tab, tab to get those coordinates. Copy. Now let's put down a command block, and we will summon an item frame at those coordinates. Done. Put a button on top, press the button. Ah, it's up in the sky. It won't like that. It'll just pop off. Okay, so we don't want up in the sky. We need to be able to change its orientation. Now we can do that with a facing tag. So you've got facing, well, it can be inside a cube, so it's got 6 possible options. You've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So let's try 0. Done. Ah, so 0 was at the top anyway. Okay, let's try 1. I suspect 1 will probably be at the bottom. Yep, so that's no good. Let's try 2. Bingo, so 2's the one we want. So if you wanted it on this side here, get rid of that one. You could try 3. No, 3 is on this side, so it's not 3. So 3's there. 4. There we go, 4. So you can just change that number. You've got between 0 and 5, so you don't have many choices. There we go. There's our item frame. Nice and easy. I want to be able to kill that item frame quite quickly and simply though. If we summon another one on top, there's now 2 item frames there. Now they don't really like that. And there we go. One of them will just pop off. So we don't want that happening. So the first thing we're going to have to do is kill that item frame. So we're going to switch this to an always active chain. We'll take that button and put it on here. And here we will say kill at entity type equals item frame. Now that will do. So we're removing this item frame and then we're creating another one. But this is going to kill all item frames. So we might have lots of them and we're killing them all. So that's not that great. Let's tag this item frame. Let's give it a tag. Tags. So in here, I'll call it target frame. We could call that whatever we wanted. So now we've tagged it. Can we check its tag? Data get from an entity at all entities, limit it to 1, type equals item frame. Let's run that. Yes, we can see this is the item frame. We can see here tags target frame. It now has a tag. Great. So what we can do, instead of saying type equals item frame, let's say tag equals target frame. Done. Now that makes no difference, but if we had other item frames, they're not dying now. We are only replacing this one. If we put a full stop at the beginning of this, or any old random text, I just use a full stop. That will disable that command. So now we should, there we go. Excellent. So we are creating a tagged item frame facing the direction we want, and we are killing it, and only that one. Now let's put an item inside it. Okay, let's go to the end. So tags target frame facing to be, comma. We are going to want an item. Let's put our first item inside here. Well, our only item. It's not like a chest. It doesn't have multiple slots. And I will put a bow. ID in there. Let's put bow. So let's expand that. So item colon open curly brackets ID bow. Let's press that. What's happening? We don't get it. Why not? Well, it needs a count. Count of 1B. Item bow, count of 1B. Now let's try it. Okay, there's my bow. At the moment, that is just an ordinary bow. I have to switch to survival to take that out. Let's take it out and have a look at it. Bow. Just a bow. Okay, let's give it a name. Oops. Let's switch back to creative. Let's get rid of that. Let's give it a name. Item bow count. Okay, so for a name, we are going to want to access a tag. And then inside those curly brackets, it will be a display. And inside these curly brackets, it will be the name, colon, apostrophe, curly bracket, apostrophe. And inside there, we will have speech marks, colon, speech marks. The first one will be text, and the next one will be its name. My lovely bow. Done. Okay, switch back game mode survival. Let's get that. My lovely bow. In fact, we can see when we look at it, we can see the name, my lovely bow. I've done the same thing again. Let's switch back to creative and let's put a bit of lore in as well. Now, where do you want the lore to go? It's in the display, so we could try and count at the end here, which can usually be a bit confusing. We can look for that apostrophe, which matches that one. Even easier, we'll just go straight after this display here and we'll do lore. Okay, and inside there we need apostrophe, curly brackets, apostrophe, and inside here will be our lore. So speech marks, colon, speech marks. We've called it my lovely bow. I like this bow a lot. Now, I've spotted myself doing a mistake there. Let's cut that, keep a copy of it, we'll cut it. This should say text, and the text we want should go here. Now what do we get? It looks exactly the same, my lovely bow. Let's switch to survival. Let's punch it to get a copy. It's different. My lovely bow. I like this bow a lot. Okay, so there we are, putting an item into an item frame. In fact, we get rid of that. Okay, another very handy way of resetting a map. You might have some equipment for players, might even be a team game. They run along, they grab all their equipment, and when the game is finished and you want to start a new game, restart and all the equipment comes back. Nice and helpful.